There's a crazy little shack beyond the tracks, and everybody calls it the Sugar Shack.
Now, in 1849, John Ruskin wrote The Seven Lamps of Architecture. The Seven Lamps of Architecture basically was saying, hey, look, you know, all this Victorian ornateness, we need to go back to nature. We need to go back to forms that are person-sized, you know? And so that guy, he was English, he influenced the Green brothers to do the arts and crafts movement, the Craftsman Bungalow, right? You think about all these fish scales and bent windows, and you got these turrets and all this stuff. Then all of a sudden you got these Craftsman Bungalows, because they were saying, hey, look, we need to have a modern home for the future where everything, you have the butler's pantry built in, you have the seat built in, and it was person-sized. And so that was another movement. Frank Lloyd Wright wanted to be an organic architect. He didn't come in and make everything flat. He came in and put the house within the environment. And that's our modern ranch. Okay, so Edgar Kaufman, listen, Edgar Kaufman got him to do this, and then Edgar Kaufman was going to bankroll the Usonian suburbia that Frank Lloyd Wright was going to come up with. So they were buds, right? Well, kind of like Cindy when she goes over there for that listing interview, and they're like, we really like you, Cindy, and then she drives by a week later and there's a Harry Norman sign out front. Oh man, they didn't like me. Same thing happens to architects. The houses here in Palm Springs are all behind walls. You see behind me? Or huge shrubs, trees, whatever. So this is the Kaufman House behind me, 1948. This was built by Richard Neutra, who was a contemporary of Frank Lloyd Wright. But Frank Lloyd Wright built the Kaufman House called Falling Water in Pennsylvania. This is the Kaufman House here in Palm Springs. And the Kaufmans, who owned Kaufman Department Store, hired Richard Neutra to build their house here in Palm Springs, not Frank Lloyd Wright. Kind of interesting. Oh, so we have Falling Water, okay? Falling Water is is the flavor of the international style. Here's the house, but this is the true international style. Look at the difference. I'm really going to design in the international style, said Philip Johnson. But Frank Lloyd Wright says, okay, I will too, but I'm going to make it organic. I'm going to make it fit into the environment. I'm going to cantilever these. And these cantilevers, he knew they were going to have to be repaired. He did it anyway. I have a vision. I'm old. I won't be around when they don't work. Kind of like these builders. They're like, hey, this house only got to be good for about a year, and then the warranty goes out. Okay. So there it is. And that was his house. Philip Johnson lived in that house. What does that say? We're going to find out about that in March. I'm going to be talking about Philip Johnson.
Behind me is the house that I owned for 6 years. My kids grew up in that house. Got a pool out back. Anyway, I love the house. I wanted 1.4 for the house. So about 2 months later, maybe a little less than 2 months, I had 1.36 on a contract. And that's what I sold it for, 1.36 million. All because of my man, JJ. That's your realtor.
Hey guys, I wanted to let you know about a real estate agent that I just used. His name is John Johnson. The guy did a fantastic job. He sold a house I've got that had no walls, broken windows, in 7 days. Got me $10,000 over what I was asking for it. No closing cost, no inspection. The guy's a rock star. You need to use him.